Is it morning or afternoon?
I haven't got a clue. I think it's afternoon. Must be by now.
Well, this is something a bit different. This is our motorhome. Well, it's not our motorhome.
No, yours.
Yeah. Well, mine and Vince's, if you know what I mean. And it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we sat last night while we were talking. I'm sorry, it was kind of cars moving, you might be able to hear. We sat last night and we had a really good chat, didn't we, about things? And
as always,
really funny.
Yeah.
But what we also said was the fact about taking time out. And we've taken time out to what people might think about is probably the busiest time of the year.
Oh, yeah, definitely the busiest time.
How much business would you say you do more at Christmas than you do?
Oh, about 75% more.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Me coming from the perfumery industry, it's quite high as well. But you might wonder why. We were tempted about 10 minutes ago. I really felt the urge to go and have a wash. But we're still in our pyjamas. Yeah. We have no makeup on. We haven't even combed our hair. And I thought, you know what? We'd just come to you raw as kind of like just taking time out and doing things, because it's really important to take the time out, no matter when you're busy or when you're not busy. There's always a time when it's not the right time to do it.
Yeah, and now definitely feels like the right time. It feels good to have a break before I get ridiculously busy. I know that come the 1st of November, it's just going to go bonkers. Crazy candle time.
So if you don't know Annie is the creator and founder of On a Wick and a Prayer, and I've known Annie for, I think it's like 7 years or something now.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Yeah, something like that. And
it was like a lifetime.
When I first met Annie, she just said, I'll just make a few candles. Little did I know the little empire that she's got. And obviously you just loved my personality, didn't you?
Oh, fell in love with you instantly. Of course, as everybody does.
Now, I'm scrolling across the bottom there. Do you like Rice Krispies? Because we had quite a laugh, didn't we, last night?
Yeah.
We didn't realise how many things we like in common. It's really nice actually to do this. For ages I've been able to do this, but I've had to do it with like 2 people on a screen, because obviously with COVID, we had to do it remotely.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to actually share a conversation of us both sitting together. So the things that we've got in common, obviously we both own businesses. We're both obviously extremely good looking.
Thanks.
But the one thing, and we'll put it here, because this big box was up here, so I whacked myself in the face with it. So if I just show you up there. So this is in the motorhome, and that is a bed up there, and there's also another bed out the back there. And Annie says, oh, I like my Rice Krispies dry. And I said, so do I. And we couldn't believe it. So basically, Ed and Vince were sitting outside, as they do, and you asked the question and said, do you eat dry Rice Krispies? So does anyone else on here eat dry Rice Krispies? Because we just thought we were a bit different. And then it got a bit later in the night, and of course, like the warm drinks came out. And as you can see, this is empty. This is Horlicks all Ovaltine. And I've been buying the vegan ones now, which are really nice. And Annie said, oh, don't bother about the hot water. Just give me the pot.
Yeah, just give me a spoon and the pot.
So she just wanted a spoon and a pot. And I kind of went, what for? And she says, because I just like it dry. Yeah. And I went, oh, my God, so do I do that. So it's like mad.
Yeah. We've never talked about we talked a little bit about the things that we like. And we have similarities. We've known that, but it was just that and that, and then it was other things. But I quite like that dry powder in my mouth, and then the moisture from it within your mouth starts to stick it together, and then it's like
I think is it the salt and sugar fix?
Yeah, I quite like it. You've got that sort of Horlicks is a bit sort of yeasty.
Yeah. The main thing is when you do it, don't inhale at the same time, because it chokes you. And the other thing
don't breathe in.
Make sure no one's coming, because if you've got it all over your teeth and it's stuck in the roof of your mouth, you can't open your mouth at the same time. So quite interesting. So Pop a couple of you on here, 3 so far, and there's probably more because we're streaming this on my Facebook group, my Facebook page. You might be going into on a Wick and a Prayer, I don't know, my YouTube thing. So it gains. There you go. It's gone up to 4 now. It gains as we go along. But hopefully you've got yourself a cup of tea, and we just thought we'd share what we're up to, and I thought we'd just do something a little bit normal. Cold baked beans.
Oh, I love cold baked beans. You know, some I'll eat them for breakfast, for lunch, in the evening, if like before bed, and I'm like, I need something, and I open a tin of baked beans, and then I put them in a bowl. I will eat them straight from the can.
Yeah.
But if I want to put salad cream with them,
oh yeah,
this is cold.
Yeah,
salad cream. Oh, it's heaven.
Yeah, I like
heaven.
that too.
And I have got one other friend. He likes
another
them
friend.
Too. Another friend. Yeah, sorry.
You told me I was your only friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Gordon.
Oh dear, she's gonna sulk. Oh well. Yeah. My friend Ian, he likes cold baked beans too.
Is it the Ian that I know?
Yeah.
Ah, I do know the other friend.
Yeah, and I think he might like dry Rice Krispies too. But hey, don't know. I must ask him.
But just to say, if you're just catching up with this, we have no makeup on, we haven't combed our hair, we haven't had to wash, we probably smell a bit, but we're on holiday and it's time out. So this is sitting in Bonnie, Scotland. You might be able to see the view out there. It's rather nice. So we've got this lovely field. The sun's been popping in and out constantly. And we just started to talk about all the things that we kind of knew about each other, and it's interesting to have that conversation with your friends to see if you've got anything in common with them. The other thing is we put our hands up, even though we're business owners, doesn't mean to say you're very good spelling and grammar.
No, I'm terrible, absolutely awful.
Now, when I get a little bit obsessed with it, because I was pulled up a few times about it, like going, oh, did you see that you wrote? And that,
yeah,
you know, and I'll even have emails back off people going, oh, look at the spelling of that. But you know what, you have to be resilient, don't you?
You do. Definitely. I've had this exactly the same happen with me, and it's just like, well, you got the gist of it. Does it really matter? And actually, I think in today's era, people, the way people talk, the way people spell things, I mean, language is changing all the time, isn't it? The
well,
English
to be honest,
language.
I don't think I can speak the new language because it's like apparently sick is good. And the first time I had that was just when I did a teenager workshop, which was about, I don't know, when sick became good, about 4 or 5 years ago. And all these teenagers did the makeup and they turned around and they go, oh, it's sick. And I was like, oh my God, I was mortified. But apparently I was told by the mom that was apparently really, really good. So no, it's all quite interesting. We've also got this thing about late and early, haven't we?
Yeah. So my theory is I'm always late. Sorry, but I am. I try to be on time. I'm never, ever early, always late. I put it down to the fact that I was born 2 weeks late.
I don't know.
Which makes me always late for things.
If my mum's on here, put in the chat, was I late or early, Mum? I don't know.
It would be interesting to know, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you were late at birth. But the thing is, I don't try to be late. It's just the fact that I'm always busy. I'm more or less on time, but I'm never one of these that come like 10 minutes early.
No.
But I'm going to be honest here. I hope I don't offend anybody. I have clients who do come early, and it really upsets my apple cart because I'm so busy sort of doing stuff. It's like
at the last minute, maybe.
You come in at 1 o'clock, don't come at 22, don't come at 12:30,
because you're not only
5 minutes before,
everything.
and especially with COVID now, because we have to clean everything down, and you can't, you literally and a lot of clients end up leaving a little bit late, and you're just put under so much pressure.
Yeah, but it's also the thought process of how you're what you're going to say, what you're going to be doing, so and then somebody interrupts it, and it's like, oh, don't do that. Please.
Now, disagree. We mentioned. Now, I'm right on this.
Are you?
I am right.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say.
Now, I'm definitely right. I'm trying to make myself look beautiful on camera. It's like I'm pulling my hair, and all my hair's coming out because I haven't even brushed it. I know. Mom, MOM, put in the comments, put your name, because when you put a comment on here, I can't see who you are because we're on StreamYard, not on Facebook. It's actually streaming into Facebook. It's Mom, MOM, like mommy.
No,
mommy.
Mommy.
It's not mummy.
What is that? What your teacher taught you?
Mom, hello, Mom.
Did you actually write that at infant school?
I can't remember. It's like 5 decades ago.
How do you spell tummy?
TU.
Double MY. How do you spell mummy?
It's not mummy.
Mummy.
It's arm.
No,
Mummy.
it's mummy. It is mummy. That's how it always has been. It's not mummy.
I'm sure
Mummy.
it's mom. I don't care what you say. It's mom.
Well, I say it's mum.
Yeah, I think it must be a Midlands thing.
Yeah.
I did put a post on Facebook about 2 years ago, and it probably was the most commented post I've ever been on to, which was talking about whether it's mom or mummy.
Oh, right. No, mummy, I'm right.
But you always like to be cold.
Oh yeah. Like to be cool. Don't like to be hot. Over hot. It just flusters me. Can't think straight. Just nice and cool. It's the best.
Well, there you go. That was our chit chat from last night, so I thought we'd just share it with you. But there are a few things that are probably quite nice to share with you as well. And
yeah, don't forget the bed bit.
What about the bed?
Oh, that we like to sleep at the opposite end of the bed.
Not together.
No.
Right. Okay.
No. The opposite ends. So rather than being at the regular end of the bed with your head, we turn around and sleep on the other one.
Well, you get hot. And I think if you turn it around, turn your pillow over, I somehow seem to fall asleep straight away.
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever woken up in the morning and fallen out of bed?
Not for a long time. I haven't been drunk for a long time.
No, I wasn't drunk, but I do remember when I turned around, it made a difference. Anyway, talking about work and stuff, pre-Christmas, 75% of your business in 3 months.
Yeah.
You were telling me last night, that you're just about to process the orders that have come into On a Wick and a Prayer. And this is what shocks me about Annie. She makes a few candles and you know her as On a Wick and a Prayer. But I'm going to say to you, 22,000. That's the order book so far, just for the order. Is that right?
22,000 candles.
And it'll go up as well.
And diffusers.
God.
They're all together. We've got to do those by the end of November. Which, if you think about it, where are we? We've just done the first week in. We're going into the second week in October, aren't we? So we've got 6 weeks to get it all done by.
And these are all made by hand. Literally the glass, then the wicks put in, attached by hand with a clip.
Yeah, all by hand.
The wax is made, the fragrance is entered in by hand, the colourant's entered in, poured, left to set. Exactly if you were making a unique one-off candle, every single candle's done the same.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got control over each one.
Which is why you're called Candle Annie.
Yeah. Or I've got one friend who says, no, you're not Candle Annie, you're Annie Candles.
Oh, yes.
Annie Candles. Every time she sees me with my T-shirt on, she says, you're not Candle Annie, you're Annie Candles.
Yeah, but
is
there a brand called Annie Candles?
No, I don't think so, actually.
Oh, you want to go and trademark that?
Oh, I might do.
You never know who else might be saying it.
Could add that in. Yeah, dead right.
So what's happening now? You're sitting in sunny Scotland here. Does the factory all close down because you're not there?
No. No, I've got a very good team.
No, pretty was the word.
Pretty.
Yeah, you want to make sure you put
okay, because I've got a pretty team and they are amazing. And they're as passionate about the business as I am, and they just love to keep the ball rolling. It's just something that they enjoy doing, whether I'm there or whether I'm not. And some manufacture more than others, some package up, some sell to customers. Some answer the phone. They all
move around, or do they all do the one job?
No, they'll move around, and I think that's important for me because I've learned to move around, and I always say to anybody who works for me that I would never ask them to do something that I wouldn't do.
Oh, okay. What, do the bins?
Yeah, all that kind of thing. Brush the floor, hoover the cobwebs out the windows, dust a bit. It's like I'll do it, so I expect my team to do it too.
So you then run the business from Tissington, and Ilam's like a manufacturing plant, which is opposite Tissington.
Yes, and that is where at Ilam is where we make for lots of other companies, and that really my husband Ed and partner in the business. He's the one that runs that. he's just very good at logistics and organisation, and you need more organisation down there. Where at Tissington, it's just my organisation, and it works.
But then you'll go on the road, won't you? And you'll go to places like Chatsworth. I'm hoping the internet's going to be fine with us today, because obviously we're remote in Scotland somewhere in a motorhome. And if you joined us, we haven't brushed our hair, we haven't got any makeup on. That's because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's time.
We've only been out of bed a few hours.
Yeah, we're not trying to do anything other than time out. But the thing is, because we're good friends, we always talk about business, don't we?
Yeah, we do. But I think that's something else that we have in common. But it's, like I said earlier, it's something that if we worked for somebody else, we wouldn't talk about work. But because our businesses are 24/7, they're always in our minds. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
No matter what subject you pick through a day-to-day life, you'll always find something that connects to your business.
Definitely.
No matter what you do.
Yeah. No, I think
so. It's very difficult to not talk about it.
Yeah, and you'll sort of tell me about things you've got planning in the planning stages.
I can
and stuff
bounce
like
things off you, and I know I like honesty, so I know for sure you'll be honest with me.
Called direct.
Is it now?
But our background comes obviously from own businesses and stuff, but we have been both successful and are quite successful because we both go on the telly.
Yeah. I love going on the telly. Do you like it?
I love going on the telly. A lot of people think, oh, you must be terrified, and I'm not.
No, me neither.
I've got a little thing here that Vince brought me.
I've got that you got your microphone with you.
Yeah, he added to my necklace. I don't know if you can see there. I've got a little clipper board there, which is
wow,
yeah,
sweet.
It's got my cats and Bamf and Jasper that are in there.
Oh,
so yeah, going on the telly. So obviously I go on QVC, which is very posh.
Very, very.
I have my own changing room, and with COVID, you could only get in an hour before it all went live, but that changed a couple of times with me because I have to go in and set the studio up and stuff like that. And also last time round, I was asked to do the TV's stars makeup, which was quite an honour as well. That was quite good. So I was in the makeup room there too. And then why don't you have a changing room?
I'm not as posh as you are.
But that's because you're on another channel.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm on Ideal Shopping, Create and Craft.
Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel before you start to go live?
I feel fine. I never think about it. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my glasses because I can't see a thing. I never think about it, not because I tell myself not to think about it, but I just don't need to. I know what I'm talking about, like you do with yours. I'm just passionate about it, and I just want to get the information over and help people make candles, basically.
Keep talking, because I'm just going to type in here and put a little banner across the top saying that we are unwashed.
Oh, right.
Because we're on holiday. Because if anyone joins this, they'll probably go, look at the state of them hair.
Yeah.
I know for certain people will sort of say she's not even brushed her hair, but this is how I wake up in the morning, or should I say 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So I think that I love going to Ideal Shopping, and the people there, the people at the studio are so lovely. They are so helpful, so kind, make you feel really comfortable. And it has been weird during COVID because I haven't been there as much because they've been doing less. But just recently. Oh, and also the other thing is through the summer months like July, August, September, we decided this year that I wouldn't go on because summertime really isn't a craft time. For candles anyway. So I just decided that, you know what, I'll go in October through to March, April time.
Yeah.
Maybe May, and we can start during those summer months doing citronella candles. But but now it's Christmas products, making, helping people make good candles easily, safely, and with no mess, no fuss, no bother.
Well, that's your true professionalism, because I put you right on the spot there and I said, just fill. And that's what you have to do. So in your ear will basically come sort of like the director or somebody saying, right, okay, the camera is on you. And it's like
What
3, 2, 1. Right, it's on your hand, keep still. So you've not only got the cameras in front of you, you've obviously got a studio person in front of you. You're demonstrating it on the back of your hand. You've got a producer in the back of your hand. Obviously, you've got to talk into the camera, and you've got somebody that you're
so
talking
much going
to
on
as well.
for you. Yeah, that's the difference.
And you as well. I mean, you've got hot wax on the go.
Yeah, sure. So, so the cameras are automatic with us. Yeah, they don't have people behind them.
Oh, we have real people at QVC.
No, we've got these cameras, and I never know which one to look at. So I did say the other week when I was in, can you just tell me? So he stuck a piece of paper on it. He said, when you want to look into this camera. But yeah, it's just it is weird being there. But yeah, I think it's just a different type of studio to where you go. Posh.
Do you have carpet?
No, don't have carpet. No, nothing like that. Just lots of card making, paper making, all those, lots of stitching, sewing machines, that kind of thing. All the craft things you can think about.
Keep looking into the camera. Your glass is bigger than mine.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do we look like the two Ronnies?
So
it's
good night from Esther.
We are thinking seriously about doing a podcast, because we talk about so much stuff, from food to business and all the rest of it. We can just sort of chat for England. I need to stop looking at you. We need to keep looking in there, I think, because I think that's more.
Yeah, I'm looking at you now.
This is the. No, you're not, because you're looking there. That's you. If I looked at you, but that's what you have to do. You have to do weird things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the whole thing, talking about the spelling thing earlier and all the rest of it. In business and in life in general, if you try and get things perfect, then you're never going to succeed.
But yeah, things aren't always perfect. You strive to make them perfect, but if it doesn't happen, then you have to be prepared to quickly change it.
What do they say? Done is better than perfect.
Is that right? Never heard that saying.
And a lot of people years ago would not accept that. A lot of people were basically like, if it's not perfect, don't do it. But you can always tweak it, you can always change it. And sometimes when you think something's perfect, you might want to change it anyway. So anybody who's starting off in business, or just feeling a bit down, or perhaps doing an exam at the moment, or whether doing your hair, your makeup, or anything, just get it done. Basically, you can always tweak and change it afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that's where flexibility is really important in business. You have to be prepared to do that. And my thing is, always have plan B. And you might even need a plan C.
And you told me last night that you've been in business next year 25 years.
25 years. That is absolutely bonkers. From the kitchen table to now 2 units of making candles.
What are you going to do? You're going to do some special offer?
I might do.
You're going to do buy 24 candles, get the 25th free?
Oh. Oh, that's an idea. Any ideas? Very welcome. I have got a couple.
Yeah, send Annie some ideas of what she should do for 21st anniversary.
Yeah.
I guess 25% off. I think Ed would gulk, wouldn't he?
Yeah, might do, but
you could just announce it for an hour.
It's only we could do 1 hour a month or something like that.
Or 25,
grab it now.
25 offers
on the
25th
date of each month.
25% off.
That's awesome. That's really good.
That's what happens.
Write it down, otherwise I'll forget.
Okay, that's what happens. That's what happens when we chat and we do things. So let's see. We started talking like this about Easy Candle, and the next thing is on the Home Shopping channel. So don't let your chit chat. Always listen to things. It's always quite good.
Yeah, it is.
So yes, that's all about you then. So about me.
What about you?
God, it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
What have you been up to?
6 years worth of change. Well, I guess the first thing is, most of you know by now that I don't sell cosmetics, which for me is sort of 35 years plus being around cosmetics.
How long?
35 years.
Crikey.
And I only look 27, don't I?
Yeah, you do look amazing.
That's like 3.5 decades. That's mad. Basically, I've always been around cosmetics in some way, whether I've represented a brand or manufactured or anything. And you know this, Annie, but basically all these things come and hit us all at the same time. But the comments that I've had off people, obviously, my intention was I had a week's notice of basically selling off everything, and that was because of Brexit paperwork. Now, I'm not anti-Brexit or anything like that, but there was an issue, obviously, with the Brexit thing. But for me personally, it's been the best thing ever, because if this hadn't have happened, in the next 20 years, I would still be doing exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always scared of making that change, whether it's a relationship change or moving house or doing something like that. And we never initiate it because we're comfortable.
Yeah. The comfort mode is nice.
And we stay doing the same thing. So this taken away from me. Yes, I did keel over, and yes, I did cry. And yes, it was absolutely manic. I mean, I was telling you last night, Annie, that, in one particular week, there was 250 orders sitting on my kitchen table. And on average...
Crikey. How long did that take?
I took a picture on the kitchen. It's an 8-seater kitchen table, like really, really long. And obviously cosmetics are quite small. And on this kitchen table was 250 orders. And some of you might have seen that picture. And I estimated by the time of going to do a WhatsApp with somebody to make sure we've got the right colours, deciding how many things you want, because people were buying things in like 2s and 6s. Then on top of that, there was perhaps a bit of a chit chat about which colours do they actually want on WhatsApp, putting it in the bag, packaging it, weighing it, doing the label.
Yeah.
Conservatively, 20 minutes per order would probably be the quickest that I could turn it around. So we timed 250 orders times 20 minutes in 1 week, and it came out at 82
hours.
82 hours.
Yeah.
So now you take an average week, I think it's 40 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
that's 2 weeks worth of packing up orders.
But I had to
packing.
Yeah, but I had to do it in a week.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of pressure that I had, and I had that for several weeks. Until eventually nearly all my stock was gone. So yeah, my bank balance looks amazing. I've got all the space in the world now, but I still manufacture all my treatment oils, and I still manufacture my brushes. So I still have those elements, but I just don't have any colour cosmetics. But for me, I guess the thing is, I'm going to start sharing this more, but a lot of people don't realise that I worked in the world of like the cosmetic counters for many, many years. Some of you will know that. And I used to manage like 200 members of staff remotely. So they all used to work in the department stores and manage them. So I've got tons of knowledge on the professional side of it as well.
Was that around the world? Did you travel a lot?
I did. And I still do.
That must have been quite amazing, actually. I mean, to have experience of traveling with work. I know a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
And with beauty products as well.
Well, for me, the thing was I craved to jump on a plane or a train with just my handbag, because I literally was traveling everywhere with my laptop, my overnight bag. And I used to love it going to airports. People used to say, oh, where are you going this week, and jumping on a plane to wherever. And I used to crave to go. And when I worked in the fashion industry and the lingerie industry, like La Perla, which is high-end fashion, I would take 3 or 4 suitcases worth of samples to Jersey or wherever I was going to. And I actually, I'd have to go through customs. They would open up the suitcases. They would check everything out. So it was very labour intensive.
Quite stressful, actually.
It was. But
the enjoyment was actually flying out there, going somewhere new. But yeah, all that business.
I had bad shoulders and sore hands because the amount of stuff that I had to carry.
Sure.
So I'm now reaching out with my work, not just to clients, but I'm reaching out to people who are running their own businesses, or maybe selling cosmetics from home. So you've got brands where girls have started selling cosmetics at home, who have perhaps been, I don't know, might be keep fit gurus, or there might be solicitors, and they want an extra income.
Yeah, they just decided to do it at home.
But I'll be honest with you, I have full insurance to sell cosmetics and skincare. And what worries me about the industry is that we've got people selling products from home without any knowledge whatsoever.
Absolutely.
So I guess I call them my behind the cosmetic counter secrets.
Yeah. That's a good description, actually.
So it's all of the knowledge that the girls get taught to sell you. My hair all before.
I don't know. You've got some of your breakfast, some of your Rice Krispies on your chin.
So
don't forget you haven't had a wash yet.
I taught those girls how to sell, how to work out people's skin colour, skin tone, face shape, eye shape, so they could then sell cosmetic products. Well, I'm going to expose all of that, and basically, so you, I don't want to go like that or that. So you can go.
I'm having two of me.
Oh God! You could go into a department store or online shop, or watch me on QVC, or speak to your friend who started selling a home-based brand product, and you can say, I need an oil-based foundation, I need a yellow undertone, I need it not to have titanium dioxide in because I'm allergic to it, I need to have a contour powder that I want to apply in this area because I have a round face, and I'm going to apply my eyeshadow in this area because I've got Asian shaped eyes and a hooded eyelid, and my skin is hypersensitive with pigmentation.
All that information is crucial to how makeup looks.
Yeah,
you can't just slap it on and go, oh well, I'd like to look like Adele, because you've got the wrong shaped face, the wrong hair color, etc.
So all the beauty therapists, makeup artists, the high end, I'm not talking girls who work in the shops here, but all of those, we get taught those things. The girls on the makeup cosmetic counters, they're called consultants, and they're there for you to consult with, to say, well, what type of product are you looking for? So all of those type of elements, you're putting all of your scenarios into saying, you tell me what I want. And that's what I'm still getting. I'm still getting people ringing me up saying, well, what do I buy now?
Which mascara should I have? What coloured lipstick?
And I haven't got time for that. I haven't got the time to go out there and try all of the products out there, and neither do I want to do that either. But what I want to do is be able to tell you what you need to know. So you can approach that cosmetic counter or order online with all the knowledge that you need to order that product, and watch the YouTube video and know immediately that that product is not going to work for you.
Sure.
Because everyone's watching the YouTube videos, buying the things, getting them home, bringing them to me. I mean, I reckon,
and saying, oh, I've spent X amount on this and it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it look like it does in the photo?
I'd say on average, I see 1,000 makeup bags a year.
Well, I was going to ask you how many you've seen in probably
I've opened up
35 years. How many?
At least 1,000 a year, maybe more. I'll do workshops where 25 people come to workshops. That's just on one day, 25.
Crikey.
And the story,
that's a lot of makeup. In general.
Yeah. And I would reckon the average makeup bag goes from having 3 things in it to 330. I've had drawers brought to me in taxis.
Drawers?
When people have got so much stuff and they organise it. And I'm thinking it's a ticking time bomb. You know, you buy all your products and you put them in your drawer and you think, oh, I've got an eyeliner and I've got a mascara, but it's a ticking time bomb. As soon as you open it, it's a ticking time. There is no point whatsoever having more than one product, because it's just a ticking time bomb. But the story's the same of everybody, and those are the secrets that I'm going to give away. So amazing. If it wasn't for that massive disaster that everybody says to me,
sure, you wouldn't be doing what you're looking to do now.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't have had the time.
It's a good change.
Totally.
It is. I think changes, like you were saying a short while ago, changes are crucial for everybody. And like you said, we don't like them, but you can do them, and most of the time they work, and you go, oh my gosh, and there was me thinking it wouldn't work, but it does.
Oh, it totally does.
You have to believe that it's going to work. But
even the biggest disasters, I mean, like if I looked over the last 5 years, let me think back, I probably would say my beloved Banff. I got told on the day I took him to the vets, I now had to put him to sleep because he got fluid on the lungs. 15 years of being with him, 14 years of being with him, I was not expecting that. I thought next year will get better. I was heartbroken. Then the next year came along and I crushed my leg. And I thought, 6 months, couldn't walk. Really mentally and physically difficult. Then the following year, I thought it'd get better.
Mm.
And then Jasper had teeth problems. My other cat, 16 years been with him.
Oh, yeah.
And I know for some people who haven't got animals, you might be thinking, oh, it's just a cat. But it was absolutely devastating to me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have children, and they are my little babies.
They are your babies, yeah.
6 months to 8 months, we finally put him to sleep in August. I was spoon feeding him. I was up all night, like spoon feeding him.
Oh, it's just so lovely, though, that you just wanted to make him as comfortable as possible and have him as long as possible.
Yeah, and I'm really
you didn't want
pleased.
to let go. That's another change.
Yeah,
change you didn't want.
No, and I was really pleased. And then COVID and Brexit, and then my manufacturer didn't make my products anymore. So I can honestly say that last 5 years have been quite challenging, but we have to stay positive, don't we?
Oh yeah, and that's what I say about change. Those things have happened, and you have to take those changes, and as upsetting as they may seem, you've got to work with them. There's always a way around something, always. I'm thinking about,
you learn from them, don't you?
Yeah, you definitely do.
I suppose my coping mechanism is the door shuts, it's gone, there's nothing you can do about it.
Absolutely nothing.
But there's a big void.
Yeah.
But instead of thinking it's a big void, what you could actually do is think to yourself, it's a big opportunity.
Yeah.
So
what can you do with that?
I guess from a cat point of view, it was like, oh, I can go and get some kittens now. I mean, I know it sounds awful, but it is as simple as that.
No, but those cats were never going to last forever.
No, we had to accept that.
Yeah. So you're going to, 2 new kittens come into your life, and they caused you some fun times.
Cost me a lot of money.
So far. And how old are they?
Oh, the new ones.
Yeah.
Oh, the new ones, Holly and Ivy, and
they're cute.
Do you know what?
Very cute.
I think it's almost like their birthday today. I put in my diary and I was like, oh no, we're away for their first birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Let me look. Meet the buyer, hot seat.
Oh yeah, I can remember we've got Springer Spaniels.
Oh no, I'll be
I always
back.
Remember them.
Friday.
Right.
We'll have to get them.
It's like a pussycat party. A kitten party.
So a few of you have popped a few questions up and bits and pieces, and they've disappeared because of StreamYard, because I didn't add them in. But say hello. I don't know you're on here because we're streaming from StreamYard, and this is just me and Annie just taking a little bit of time out, because we've all had difficulties over the years. I mean, I've spoken about mine with highs and lows and what have you. I mean, your last 5 years have been.
Yeah, well, I suppose it actually really
Where'd you start? 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah, well, when you think, actually, when things started to happen in 2013, which was a car accident on New Year's Day, which put my husband Ed in a hospital for a month, a gash on his head, 11 broken ribs.
11?
11, yeah.
I remember my dad breaking one rib and he couldn't even move. He just kept saying to me, don't talk, don't make me laugh.
Yeah, and a punctured lung. So that was pretty scary, but it made me realise that I just turned to him when he eventually came home and I said, you know what, this is a sign that we need to make some changes, because our business was running us. We were working what felt like 8 days a week, and that's just bonkers. And too much pressure. And I do blame me, because I put too much pressure on me. And what I have to keep telling myself is that I'm getting older, not younger, and that I should. Yeah, but I think also so there was that, and then the following year, 2 years after that, 2015, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Caught it early. Always been a bit of a breast fondler. Check them out. Yeah, so that was some radiotherapy. Then the following year, I had a hysterectomy.
That was actually probably worse than.
Yeah, I think because the
change after having the hysterectomy has lasted, hasn't it?
Well, what I didn't take into account was when I had my hysterectomy and everything came out, that nobody said to me, oh, within 8 weeks you'll be launched into a full menopause.
Amazing.
And then it was absolutely awful. And for 4 years, I've not suffered like a lot of women suffer with headaches, depression. I guess because I've I'm busy all the time.
Yeah.
I put on a little bit of weight, but mine was hot flushes. Absolutely horrendous. You see me go off like a tomato. It literally is.
Trying to find something red
colour.
to sort of say what she's like.
It's like that stripe on that tin there.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely awful. Lasts for anywhere between a minute and 5 minutes, sometimes 10, and the perspiration just puthers out of me. And yeah, it's just exhausting, but you know, I'm strong and I can live with that. I can get through it. But you know, beginning of this year, I just decided through the second lockdown, and we'd furloughed all the girls. It was just down to Ed and myself. I thought, I just can't do this anymore. I can't carry on having these hot flushes. So I actually went to a specialist, and he put me on some pills. And in the last 4
I remember
weeks,
you talking to somebody who was round at your garden, said, please give me the details.
That's right.
Was that it?
Yeah, she put me onto him, and I eventually
took
the plunge. I was like, oh, it could be all right. I can sort it out. I don't need any tablets, and I don't need any specialists. But actually, he has been amazing. Yes, I've had to pay for it, but I've had 2 visits, and I've found the tablet that works. And it basically, the black cohosh, I'd tried everything you can think of.
Yeah, you're really into like good food and everything, aren't you?
And helping my system. But this is a tablet that helps your pituitary gland, and it's worked. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to know a little bit, you're not selling it or anything like that. I'm just saying.
No. I've just had an experience.
They could potentially reach out to you if they want to know that.
Yeah,
person.
Absolutely.
I didn't ask Annie that before, but I thought, well, I know a lot of my clients are kind of like saying, if you've got any thoughts about what you've been taking from a menopause thing, then put them in the chat, because I know a lot of people love that kind of thing.
Yeah. I've got 2 or 3 girls in my team who are coming up to my age, but coming up to menopause age, and I just try and help them as much as possible. We all share the load, and it's like what works for me might not work for you, but we can help you get through it. And so that is really important. So yeah, going through the menopause is pretty rubbish, but we all do it.
Been the biggest challenge, do you think, so
I would
far
say
in
so, because I've got over the breast cancer. Luckily, I've got over the hysterectomy, and that's all healed, but the menopause that hangs around for a long time.
It's very difficult. I mean, you've lost animals as well. Since I've known you, you've lost 3 dogs. Yeah,
well, we've kept a family line of spaniels since 1979, and so we've always had I think we worked out we'd had 11 litters through those, what's that, 33 years or something, maybe more. No, 43 years. 43 years.
Almost older than me. Keep looking at my double chin.
Oh yeah, no, me too. Look, I'll just stick a pin there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we've had to wave goodbye to them as we've gone by. But yeah, over the last 5 years, we've had to say goodbye.
So how many do you think that 1 litter of dogs it's created?
How do you mean? What?
Was it each litter's 5 dogs?
Yeah, probably.
So is that like 55 dogs?
The biggest litter we had was 11, and then that was in 1986.
So you've generated
85.
like 80 dogs?
Something like that. Oh my God. Yeah, I know, that's bonkers. Most of them have gone to friends, actually, or friends of friends. So
yeah, I know really cool. I know they meet up and stuff like that, which is lovely.
It is. And then 3 years ago, my daddy passed away.
God.
And then
I don't know how you cope with that.
He was nearly 91. So he wasn't ill for very long, and he was he was it was quite a shock, obviously, because I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it just left my mum, and then but she's been incredibly strong.
It was more the fact of your dad went, but it was the fact that your mum was on her own that focused your mind.
She wasn't on her own in that she was in a care home, and then we could go and see her. But she didn't have that man, but that had been by her side for, what did I say, 72 years.
Oh, my life.
It's a long time, isn't it?
It is a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time to then suddenly like be on your own and stuff.
And then
the really sad news.
Yeah, my mummy passed away on Saturday, just gone.
Which I'm sitting here now with Annie, and I'm amazed that how strong you are. But that's what started the conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah,
last night was
how am I?
Yeah.
How are you coping?
And you really needed, we'd booked to go away this week anyway, but I was like thinking, oh, she won't come sort of thing. And you were like, no, 100% I'm going. It's exactly what I need.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, that I guess through COVID, not being able to see her in the care home has helped me get used to the fact that actually one day she would have been 95 in February. But one day she's not going to be here.
There.
So I kind of got used to that. And so it's prepared us.
Yeah. If you could say such a thing.
If you can say such a thing.
Yeah.
But
still a shock, isn't it?
Yeah, but coming away here, I just felt it was right to carry on with it because I'm away from work, I'm away from home. I can just be here, be distracted by you, as always.
I said, come on, we'll go on and do a live.
And also, I can just be with my own thoughts. I'm not thinking about, you know, oh, I've got to walk the dogs, I've got to bring the washing in, I've got to feed the chickens, I've got work to do, I've got to send this email.
Even though we have been sitting here doing emails.
I don't. It's not that I ignore it completely, but I don't. It's not in my face.
No.
So this is just perfect.
Distraction.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm so looking forward to my shower in a minute.
Oh, because
even
I'm going first.
Even though I've loved sitting here, cheating and chatting, all the rest of it, it's now nearly 2:00. And we're still in our pajamas and our
dare
hair.
We admit this to the boys?
Yeah, but I just wanted to show because, you know, a lot of people think because I'm in the cosmetics industry, I look glamorous all the time and do things. No, I'm a real person. I don't use filters. I basically I haven't got any makeup on now. I love being what I call like plasticine. I love being that person who's dirty, not dirty, smelly, but you know, out in the garden doing things.
Oh yeah, and then coming in
having a shower and going out to a ball.
I love that too.
I love the variety of it.
That change.
Yeah, just I love that flexibility. I don't like being the same, whether that's plastering myself in makeup and doing my hair and my nails every day or not doing anything at all. I don't like those. I like the extreme. And that's what I love teaching and helping people of all genders. I work a lot with transgender people.
Do you?
Yeah, so for them that's a massive change because basically, you know, there will be, you know, Bill today as a bricklayer, and then tonight he's going out as Julie, and basically that transition, and they just, you know, enjoy it, and then they get changed, and that community I absolutely love and getting on well, which is another reason of doing my master classes, so people can learn, because, you know, some people have just, you know, if I say to people put your foundation on, they kind of go, what's that? Do you know what I mean? You know, I have got such a diverse client base, you know. I would definitely say if I was to describe my ideal clientele, it'd be somebody like Annie.
Oh, thank you.
And that would be someone middle-aged, not too old.
Don't feel middle-aged.
And just not got a lot of time on their hands and enjoy basically not necessarily wearing makeup every day, but when they wear makeup, they want to go and grab that makeup bag and put it on in 2 minutes and not have to stress about it. Yeah. That to me is my ideal client. And I just take all the faff out the cosmetics industry, and I see a lot of faff and I see a lot of jog and I see a lot of woo-woo shopping, and just knocking that on the head. I'm very direct, tell you to your face, and that's what I'm so loving about not selling any cosmetics, is that I can just be really, really honest. Bring your makeup bags to the workshops, let me sort them all out for you. And I guess you're playing next for Chatsworth, aren't you?
Gosh, yes, there's that as well, isn't there? Oh crikey, yeah. That starts on the 6th of November. And so we spend the 5th setting up. I've already got my stand sorted. It's had to be slightly different from last year. Yeah, do it.
Come and kick into shape.
I've
got my skincare solution starting, which basically is a fantastic 3-week course, and we're going to take you through working out your skin tone, your skin texture and your face shape, and you're going to have all the products to go with it, so I'll share more with you soon. Right, best go, I suppose.
Yeah, let's go. I'm in the shower first.
Yeah, and as we call ourselves, A&E, accident and emergency. Annie and Esther. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.